it's your man Mac the Reactor, fresh out the trash compactor. You all know me by now. It's your favorite England-born, somewhat Australian Santa Reactor. He's a big boss like Rick Ross. He goes harder than Slipknot. He's in permanent beast mode without even applying the cheat code, baby. He's so crazy. Crazier than Slim Shady in the mid-'80s. Let's get with it. I'm about to do a reaction for one of my MacPack, man. If you've never checked me out before, hit that subscribe button. I promise you, I'm not your everyday reactor. I definitely give you my personality, and I actually react to the song. Now, I react to a bunch of different stuff, man. I started out on this channel reacting to some Eminem. Then people got me onto some NF and some other rappers too. Then I ended up diving into the pop world, man. I was on some Billie Eilish. I've been on One Direction lately and some of the solo members. They are fire, by the way. Eminem fans, just letting you know, they are fire. I reacted to the Jesse Reyes and Eminem song recently, Coffin. So I'm going to get straight into this one, man. I'm going to put some Mac on this wonderful cheese. One of the Mac Pack, a new subscriber sent to me the other day. This was by James Clevum, is it? James Clevum, okay, I just had to make sure I got that right, man. I had to zoom in a little bit, but he said, bro, can you do Criminal by Eminem? It's older, but such a classic. Listen, I'm not going to sit here and act like I haven't heard Criminal before, but I am going to tell you it's been a very long time. Now, I'm also going to tell my other MacPack members that are maybe more used to me reacting to very, less controversial songs, that especially in 2020, there's going to be some lyrics with this that some of y'all might have a problem with. But understand this, the mind it comes from is from a man who's a good man at the end of the day. Society was in a different place when Criminal was made. If you're a fan of lyricism, especially hip-hop lyricism like me, y'all know this is top-notch. And it'll make you bounce up and down like a game of hopscotch and probably do some tremendous things to your stopwatch. Don't know what that last bit meant. I admit I didn't really think it through, but let's get straight into this. Eminem, Criminal. Gonna put some back on this cheese here. Feel free to kick in at any time, song.
A lot of people ask me stupid fucking questions. A lot of people think that what I say on record or what I talk about on a record that I actually do in real life or that I believe in it. Or if I say that I want to kill somebody, that I'm actually gonna do it, or that I...
It's so crazy. A lot of people believe every single word that was said. The other thing is that you'll believe some of the braggadocious-ish that some rappers have said. Like you'll believe everything Lil Pump says too. And I mean, that man's not even saying his own words. What's wrong with you?
Believe in it. Well, shit. You believe that, then I'll kill you. You know why? Because I'm a criminal! Criminal! You goddamn right. I'm a criminal! Yeah, I'm a criminal!
I'm gonna say, man, like y'all that might not be Eminem fans, don't take any negativity out of this song. This is just a man who was in a crazy position in the world. You know, he blew up in very unusual circumstances, and then next thing he's got a court case for having an issue with a fan that I know what the issue was. I'm not saying that. I don't want to discuss it. You know, he was having issues with his wife at the time, and then this Marshall Mathers LP comes out, and everybody wants money out of him, and he's just in a very, very crazy moment in time. So you'll need to understand that this is just getting it all off the chest, man. It's healthy at the end of the day, believe it or not, but it's going to be some crazy stuff said in here, though.
My words are like a dagger with a jagged edge. It'll stab you in the head, whether you're a fag or les. At a homosex, a math, or a trans vest. Pants or dress, hate fags, the answer's yes.
Now, the funny thing is that Eminem has never really thought any of that stuff. He was really trying to push a lot of buttons at the time. And at the time, society was in a place where I guess society back in 2000, 2001, whenever this song was made, wasn't in a place where it actually was being very sympathetic to the LGBTQ community. The LGBT community didn't even have a Q at the end at this point because they didn't really support the whole umbrella. You see what I'm saying? So when Eminem did this, he knew it would work two ways. He knew that it would trigger one side of that community, but then he also knew that it would trigger the people that don't support that community and don't want to really hear about it on a record. So when he was using that F-bomb, I mean, number one, understand, he came from battle rap with the F-bomb in this particular time. Even when I was coming up, mid to late 2000s doing rap battles, man, like the F-bomb was thrown out there like loose change. You know what I mean? And we were using it on straight people. Straight people were using it on straight people. We really didn't understand it. I think he understood there was a level of negativity to it, but I don't think he quite understood how this would rattle the gay community at the time. You know?
Homophobic? Nah, you just heterophobic. Staring in my jeans, watching my genitals bulging. That's my motherfucking balls. You better let go of them. They belong in my scrotum. You'll never get hold of them. Hey, it's me, Versace. Whoops, somebody shot me, and I was just checking the mail. Get it? Checking the mail.
So I've always loved his play with words, man. Like, you'll need to go and watch like Eminem at Scribble Jam battling Juice. You need to go and check Eminem at the Rap Olympics, man. You know, he'll try and turn my facial issue into a mother effing racial issue. You know, whatever. I kind of forget the whole. Oh man, he had so many good lines back then, man. And I'm so proud as somebody that like battle rap is what got me in a position where people would even record me and let me get on radio back in the day. You know what I'm saying? So I've just got so much respect for this man and where he comes from, man, because it makes lyrical rappers feel like they can actually get on. Whereas previously, you were like, unless you were willing to dance and be a clown, you didn't really think you'd get a record deal, you know?
How many records you expecting to sell after your second LP sends you directly to jail? Come on, relax, guy. I like amen, right, Ken? Give me an amen. Amen. Please, Lord, this boy needs Jesus. Heal his child, help us destroy these demons. Oh, please send me a brand new car and a prostitute while my wife's sick in the hospital. Preacher, preacher, fifth grade teacher. You can't reach me, my mom can't either.
It's so funny, man, when you were angry teen back then, like if you were an angry teen when this came out, man, you felt really misunderstood by your mother sometimes, you know? So when you heard somebody say, preacher, preacher, fifth grade teacher, you can't reach me, my mom can't neither, like, I had a great relationship with my mom. Always, it was my dad that I had the problems with, but I admit that I gave this part a little bit of a little extra something when I was rapping to it, you know?
You can't teach me a goddamn thing, cause I watch TV and Comcast cable.
Still relevant.
You ain't able to stop these thoughts. You can't stop me from topping these charts. And you can't stop me from dropping each March with a brand new CD for these fucking retards.
And I think he was right when he said that. I think he had released the Slim Shady LP March of the year before. Then that had a year to do some damage, and then the Marshall Mathers LP had come out. The EP is what really set it off, because the EP is what he was handing out at like Scribble Jam and all these rap battle competitions. If you look at Eminem, right, if you type Eminem Low Down and Dirty, it's performed in a venue called the Fat House or something like that, I think, because it even says like the uploader is that very thing. And it's him doing this song Low Down and Dirty, right? Which I'm pretty sure was from the Slim Shady EP. And it's like, warning, this shit here gotta be rated R restricted. You see this bullet hole in my neck? It's self-inflicted. Like, but you can see everybody's going off like he's already an underground superstar at that time. I think he may have either been signed to Raucous Records at that time or had just been dropped from it. There were issues there, and that's where he came up. Like rappers like Cage was signed to it as well. That's where that whole beef started. I know a lot about Eminem, man, so I'm gonna try not shower y'all with too much, man, because some of y'all aren't interested in that, and that's fair enough.
And the thing, it's just little old me, Mr. Don't Give a Fuck, still won't please. Every time I write a rhyme, these people think it's a crime to tell me what's on my mind. I guess I'm a criminal. I don't gotta say a word, I just split in the bird and keep going. I don't take shit from no one, I'm a criminal. Every time I write a rhyme, these people think it's a crime to tell me what's on my mind. I guess I'm a criminal. I don't gotta say a word, I just split in the bird and keep going. I don't take shit from no one.
See, man, and the funny thing is, man, early Eminem, where he was very much in his Slim Shady, that's why I always, like, I dropped that bar in a freestyle one time. I was like, I'm crazier than Slim Shady in the mid-'80s. Like, I don't even know how I got in that rhyme scheme, but now it's just, like, burnt in my head. I say it all the time now. So, but the thing is like, and he was out in the mid-'80s, by the way. You'll need to know that. He had a little group with a couple of other white dudes back in the mid-'80s. It was crazy. I forget the name of it, but some of it's out there. But, where was I going with this, man? I do this sometimes. I'm so sorry to sidetrack. Like, where to rhyme at? You know what? I'm just going to leave it there. I can't even remember what I was going to say. I distracted myself. I'm sorry.
Mother did drugs, hard liquor, cigarettes, and speed. The baby came out, disfigured, ligaments indeed. It was a seed who would grow up just as crazy as she. Don't dare make fun of that baby, cause that baby was me. I'm a criminal, an animal caged to turn crazed. But how the fuck you supposed to grow up when you weren't raised? So as I got older and I got a lot taller, my dick shrunk smaller, but my balls got larger.
There's actually a lot behind what he's saying there. He's saying, like, metaphorically, like, my dick shrunk smaller, but my balls got larger, like I had more behind me. You know what I'm saying? And that's true. Proof helped him get there, too, and really build his confidence. There's also a track, it's called D12 Shit on You, right? Which I think is tough to find the explicit version sometimes. But he said something like, I never grew up. I was born grown and grew down. And then, you know, he said something similar to as I got older, I got a lot taller. Like, he kind of does that. And I think on the Infinite, it was either on Infinite or the Slim Shady EP where he had a lyric, something along the lines of, I was born with a note attached that said, someone please whip that brat's ass. Like, he's always had, you know, I never gave a flying fuck, you know, It's just crazy, man. I'm sorry, man, I'm losing direction with what I'm trying to say because so many Eminem lyrics are pouring into my head at the same time. But I know a lot about this man, bro, and I'm a big fan. And I'm sorry if this reaction's a little scattered and all over the place, man. It's just because I haven't listened to this song in such a long time that it's bringing back so much to me, man. Hearing this performed live was crazy.
I drink more liquor to fuck you up quicker than you'd wanna fuck me up for saying the word. My morals went when the president got oral sex in his Oval Office on top of his desk off of his own employee. Now don't ignore me, you won't avoid me, you can't miss me. I'm white, blonde hair, and my nose is pointy. I'm the bad guy who makes fun of people that die in plane crashes or laughs as long as it ain't happening to him.
And that's not really the truth. Like, he's not really about that. But at the time, he did have some risque lyrics that really rubbed people the wrong way. And you'll need to understand, there weren't really that many lyrical rappers in the charts at this point. Like, they charted in America to a degree, but didn't really go worldwide and blow up the way he did. But, like, you know, you have people like Jadakiss and everything like that, but they were lyrical, but not like on this level. You know what I mean? This was taking scheming, like rhyme schemes or rhyme patterns and multi-syllable raps to a whole different level that ain't been there before. Nas was kind of doing it. Jay-Z was kind of doing it. Like I said, people like Jada, respect to them, they were kind of doing it. You know, I think Exhibit was already out, I think, at this time. Oh, Jesus. So, yeah, he was doing it too, and I've nearly done that a million times, but that's the first time I've, like, really done it. So anyway, I'm just going to shut the F up and listen to the track. I think that might be the safer thing to do at this point.
Slim Shady, I'm as crazy as Eminem and Kim combined.
The maniac's in.
In place of the doctor, cause Dre couldn't make it today. He's a little under the weather, so I'm taking his place. Oh, that's Dre with an AK to his face. Don't make me kill him too and spray his brains all over the place.
Dr. Dre, Mr. AK, Mr. Coming Straight Out of Compton, y'all better make way. Like, y'all know Dre's always getting brought up in these tracks, bro.
Told you, Dre, you should've kept that thing put away. I guess that'll teach you not to let me play with it. Criminal!
Alright, look, just go up in that motherfucker, get the motherfucking money, and get the fuck up out of there.
Alright.
I'll be right here waiting on you.
Alright.
Yo, M,
What?
don't kill nobody this time.
Alright.
Y'all ever seen Eminem in the movie The Wash? It was like a movie that Dr. Dre produced and put out, and Eminem was playing like a crazy, disgruntled, like crazy employee. It's kind of reminding me of this segment right here.
How you doing?
How can I help you?
Yeah, I need to make a withdrawal. Put the fucking money in the bag, bitch, and I won't kill you.
Oh my God,
I'm not gonna kill you, bitch.
He also had a song called Kill You, so he kind of warned y'all that this was going to happen.
don't kill me.
I said I'm not gonna fucking kill you. Hurry the fuck up. Thank you. Windows tinted on my ride when I drive in it. So when I rob a bank, run out and just dive in it. So I'll be disguised in it. And if anybody identifies the guy in it, I hide for 5 minutes.
How dope is that? If anybody identifies the guy in it, I'll be there in 5 minutes. He doesn't have a rhyme limit, time limit. You know, just the way he can just like do that. Oh my Lord, man. He's got nice lyrics.
Come back, shoot the eyewitness. Fire at the private eye, hide the pride of my business. Die bitches, bastards, rats, pets. This puppy's lucky I didn't blast his ass yet. If I ever gave a fuck, I'd shave my nuts. Tuck my dick in between my legs and cluck. You motherfucking chickens ain't brave enough to say the stuff I say, so this tape is shut.
I didn't even remember that part, bro. He went savage on that, huh? Somebody go Riri and say that this is the man that's savage.
Shit after shit I say, I just make it up to make you mad. So kiss my white naked ass. And if it's not a rapper that I make it as, I'm gonna be a fucking rapist in a Jason mask. Criminal.
Ladies, he didn't mean that. He's just trying to push buttons on the track. No, it's 2020. People get canceled for stuff like that now. Can't wait to put some more of my music out. I'm getting canceled.
Every time I write a rhyme, these people think it's a crime to tell them what's on my mind. I guess I'm a criminal. I don't gotta say a word. I just split in the bird and keep going. I don't take shit from no one. I'm a criminal. Every time I write a rhyme, these people think it's a crime to tell them what's on my mind. I guess I'm a criminal. I don't gotta say a word. I just split in the bird and keep going. I don't take shit from no one. I'm a criminal. Every time I write a rhyme, these people think it's a crime to tell them what's on my mind. I guess I'm a criminal. I don't gotta say a word. I just split in the bird and keep going. I don't take shit from no one. I'm a criminal. Every time I write a rhyme, these people think it's a crime to tell them what's on my mind. I guess I'm a criminal. I don't gotta say a word. I just split in the bird and keep going. I don't take shit from no one. I'm a criminal.
Oof. See, we're going to thank Eminem, man, because Eminem battled with the FCC. He really broke down some walls to get this freedom of speech thing available to us. You know what I'm saying? Before Eminem, it was acts like Ice-T and NWA that broke this down for us. But Eminem came in and like kind of broke that down more. He was like, all right, we're able to get away with speaking our minds. Without them, Eminem couldn't have done what he did. But Eminem was like, well, I'm here though. I'm going to make sure that we really, really get to say what we want to say. And I'm going to say some ish that not everybody's going to be a fan of. It's going to get me in trouble with some people at the White House. You know what I'm saying? It's going to get me battling the FCC every day and give me some court cases. But I'm going to stand up for what I believe in. And now your rappers can just go and do whatever the hell you want and act like, you know, act like you're edgy because you dropped some controversy. But y'all aren't facing what Eminem was facing with his controversy. Y'all have basically got free reign to pretty much do whatever you want. The only thing that'll get you canceled nowadays is if you say something insensitive about a trending topic on social media. Like if the trending topic today is let's support getting rid of animal cruelty, then if you just say a little bar that you might mean as a punchline, you might make a double entendre out of going to a club with a seal and then clubbing a seal, and it might just be a playful rap punchline. Somebody gets offended and then they try and cancel you. You know what I mean? And as long as you don't apologize, as long as you don't cower away and make a deal of it, they'll shut up, man. They won't linger around. But the problem is, a lot of rappers or even public figures that people come at in cancel culture, they take it too seriously. They apologize for it and make statements on Twitter and stuff. And I'm like, man, just shut up. Do what Eminem did. When the Music to Be Murdered By album come out, he just put up a little thing that said, hey, look, this isn't for the faint-hearted. Is what it is. You know, that's the punchline of it anyway. Anyway, I know I was a little bit scattered all over the place reacting to this in some places, but I'm a big, big Eminem fan, and I did not expect that listening to this song would remind me of how much Eminem timeline I, number one, know, and number one, just want to talk about with somebody, bro. Like, I just want to sit down and talk with somebody about Eminem for an hour. Did not mean to do it to y'all during the track. Big fan of Eminem, big fan of Slim Shady. That Music to Be Murdered By album was solid. I didn't even know if he could top what he did on Kamikaze, because that kind of took me back to that real lyricist rap, you know what I'm saying? But Music to Be Murdered By did something else, man. I'm here for some more Eminem. I'm here for some more Slim Shady. I hope you all checked out that Eminem and Jesse Reyes track. I did a reaction to it. I also did a reaction to the Godzilla video. And I hope you all don't get sick of me, man. I hope you all don't, because I'm going to react to some more Eminem, and I'll probably tone down the commentary a little bit. But you're here to watch me react. So that's what I'm going to do. I'm out of here.